drives around oneness and humanity are going to be showing up for more and more of us. It's going to continue. The more that we see the polarity playing out around non-compassion, non-humanity, we are going to feel more compelled over the coming years to lend our voices, our hearts, and our actions to standing for oneness, non-separation. And the fact that we are all one. We may all be very different people with very different life experiences, but if you put 20 people in a room and ask them to tell you what's going on inside them, you would be amazed at the intimacy that would be created in those 20 people, because their story might be different to you, but when people really talk about what's going on deep down inside internally for them, when they speak about feeling lonely on earth, or feeling lonely within their family even though they know they're loved, or feeling like a failure even though they're the most successful person in their community supposedly, that's when things get real, and that's when things get authentic. So expression and communication with each other at this time in history, more than ever, is vital. So find the people you can share your thoughts and maybe your fears, maybe your desires with, but find the people that you can actually bring expression into your community energy with them, because that's going to be really important. And we are seeing more and more that communities, relationships are springing up and forging. And some people will come into your life for a while, some people will come in for many, many years. But at the moment, there's a lot of new energy in people's identities, people's relationships, friendships, lover relationships. That's really on high at the moment. So to go back to what I just said about drives around wanting to help humanity and oneness with others, that's there, but be mindful of this. A message came to me around ambition. And an old idea of ambition, when the mind starts to feel what the heart desires and goes too fast. I don't know about you, I've done that many times in my life over the years. It's when you feel something feels really good and you start to either overplan it or move too fast toward it. That's going to be a really important lesson for those of you who feel driven to help the world, help your community. You're going to, if you pay attention, really feel the truth of where the energy is welcome and where you are invited, and learn to trust your body's senses around that, and learn to trust when someone tells you no or pushes you back or says, no, I don't want that. And don't let your mind run the show when your heart is feeling this sense of oneness or wanting to help community. For more and more of us are learning how much more the universe is in charge on an experiential level. Not just thinking about it, reading about it in a book, thinking it sounds lovely when you see it in a quote. Actually, day to day going, oh my God, I'm really not in charge here, and now I really understand I'm not in charge. And there is a growth trajectory that we are all on as a collective, and there is a growth trajectory that I am on as an individual. So if you're getting too sucked in to what's going on in the outside world and using it only to depress you or bring you into despair, you might want to consider, okay, what can I do to help? Or if it's overwhelming to you and your sensitivity is too high, which can happen to all of us from time to time, then you step back and you go, okay, I'm gonna be quiet for a day or two. I'm gonna reset my nervous system so I am of use to the whole. So drives around helping humanity and oneness, but be mindful of old sense of ambition or trying to push things too hard, too quickly. This is not a time for forcing anything. This is a time for flowing and listening with things, because things are moving very, very fast.